All right, all right, all right.
I didn't think you were actually going to do that.
Austin, Texas. We're in the home of Matthew McConaughey. We had to throw it out there, right? There's really no choice.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Tonight?
Today. It's tonight today.
It's tonight in Europe.
I had to do yesterday.
Right? Are you asyncing right now? Are you asking everyone in Europe how they're doing?
It's day 2. It's so exciting to be here for day 2, and we're going to have a lot of fantastic talks over this beautiful day. But the biggest one that I am super excited about that's coming up...
Warning, Liam's a fanboy.
About 8 or 9 minutes is Nick Bloom. And I got to tell you, and I'm sure that Danny's going to give you the breakdown of everybody else that's going to be speaking, but Nick's coming out next, which is really exciting. And here's the neatest thing about Nick. Yesterday at noon, he came up and he said, hey, would it be too much trouble if I actually updated the slides? And as you know, updating the slides 24 hours before you actually go up on stage is a no-no, right?
Hard no.
So that you're not supposed to do that.
Yep.
But he said the data changed. The data changed from 3 days ago to today. So you're going to be getting the most updated statistics on where remote, hybrid, distributed work is happening as of noon yesterday, which I think is incredibly exciting.
Yeah,
for a remote work nerd like me.
Nick has, Nick has really stepped to the forefront as a voice of data, of a very high-level view, and also detailed view of where work from home, RTO, and hybrid is.
Yeah.
I see him constantly popping up in the Wall Street Journal, which I read pretty regularly, and
you buy the Wall Street Journal, like you buy the physical.
I get the newspaper. I have it over there actually because I have actually noticed a commonality with so many people here. I had never seen this before. How many of you have your phones in black and white? I had not seen anyone do that, and there's like 4 or 5 people here that keep their phones in black and white to limit distractions. And in this new way of working over the last decade, limiting distraction is a key part of it, and that's one thing I've seen actually.
A lot of tech pros here.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go through the rundown for today. Of course, renowned Stanford professor Nick Bloom is just about to join us here momentarily. The first time I think we did the rapid fire session was 2 years ago in Lisbon, where we're going to hear from 10 leaders and thinkers in remote work on team engagement. Boom, boom, boom. That's always a really fun session. We have Austin CEOs joining us, sort of a who's who of some tech leaders here in Austin to talk about this environment, how they're running their businesses.
Every single year, we try to make sure that we bring local operators from wherever we're actually setting up.
Yeah.
And this year's in Austin.
We'll talk about company retreats a little bit later on, and then we'll close out with the unconference and then have the after party. It's certainly a full day.
It certainly is, yes.
I have a fanboy moment too here. Liam, take this. This is Liam's book, published a couple years ago.
Yes.
All right.
Running remote.
Will you sign my copy?
Oh my God.
Yeah. You can
With the microphone.
You can give me the mic. Yeah, I want you to sign my copy. This was not rehearsed before, by the way. I just actually told him this just now. What's that say?
It says, I just put a bad word in there.
Oh, okay. Got it. So you have 3, three sort of foundations, right, in terms of what is required to run remote.
Yeah.
Has that evolved as the landscape changes and in a macro sense we go to hybrid, or is a lot of what you share in the book still accurate today? Has it evolved at all?
So when I wrote that book, and we've talked about this at length, is I actually wanted to call the book Async.
Right.
And the publisher wouldn't let me.
I can understand why.
Because they said, oh, well, we ordered a book on remote work, not asynchronous management. And I said, yeah, but that's what the book's about. And I just spent the last 2 years writing that. And they said, we don't care. Slap Running Remote on the cover and send it out. So for me, what I really recognized was pre-COVID, the vast majority of companies were running in an asynchronous way. And that was one of the big things that no one really understood after COVID, when we went into this emergency remote work situation. I'd love to just get a quick show of hands actually in the audience. How many people started working remotely before COVID? How many people started working before COVID? Okay, so we've got about maybe 50% of the audience.
It's like 50-50.
Yeah,
Really
so-
interesting.
So it's so interesting to be able to see this evolution of people of like what I call like remote OGs from pre-COVID, the people that were really doing this thing before it was this COVID massive change, and then today. And what I would say is for people that have just started working remotely after COVID, asynchronous management is one of the best methodologies to be able to implement that. But also too, with Nick's talk, we're not just going to be talking about remote, we're going to be talking about hybrid, we're going to be talking about everything and anything in between, which is, I think, also exciting for people that are, maybe you're working 1 or 2 days remote. That's fine. You're welcome here. We'd love to be able to see you and maybe get you an extra day per week working remotely.
Thanks for signing my book, by the way. Just a couple of housekeeping duties. Don't forget the Unconference is coming up at, I want to say, 3:50, but who's counting? Share your ideas, share your pitch. Also, vote, if you will, in the state of distributed work. I think most of us know there's coffee on both sides here. One of my favorite facets of the event this year has been the Time Doctor Lounge. I've just seen a lot of really interesting networking and conversations. We obviously have the second stage outside, food trucks as well today. Are the food tickets at Payoneer again today, or are they at a different booth? Yes.
They're at Payoneer today.
Yes,
so
they
come by
are.
the Payoneer booth and get your ticket for free lunch.
They are. Additionally, I think I had one more. Obviously, snap your photos, post it on LinkedIn. We're giving away 3 tickets for next year's Running Remote. So make sure to put your photos up there. If you put me, get my good side, okay?
And one last thing.
Tell me.
Very important last
Very.
thing. If you go to the app right now, in your Bizzabo app, you're going to be able to see the alumni pricing for next year, for 2026. This is absolutely the cheapest way to be able to get a ticket to Running Remote. It's only for alumni. It only lasts for the next week. So if you're interested in getting that, go to the Bizzabo app, click on the button, and check out. It's that easy. And if you do, then I will give you a free drink at the after party. I think they already are.
Oh, I
free,
think
but
they
I'll
already
give you an
are,
extra
but
free
you'll hand it to them. Liam's going to be the Liam's going to be the bartender.
I have a silver tray in the back.
So, I think we did our homework this early in the day. Does that mean I can have my dessert already? I just need to eat my vegetables, and then I've done I've done everything I need to do. It's a jam-packed day ahead here, and we're so excited for day 2. Liam, that's about it. Are you ready? You only gave 4 talks yesterday. I hope today is a little bit. I hope this is the only one today other than your closing speech. So
I hope so too.
Yeah. All right. Well, big thanks to Liam Martin, and this is Running Remote, presented by Time Doctor, the one and the only Stanford professor, one of the biggest names in the game, Nick Bloom. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.